comes to traveling to Pakistan, I feel like overseas Pakistanis and people in general tend to visit the same Instagrammable aesthetic places. There's nothing wrong with that. Pakistan has a lot to offer, but if you ever have a few extra days and you want to go to lesser known spots and learn a little bit, these were some of my favorites. Just a heads up, these were lesser known to me, but I'm sure people who live in Pakistan love and know these places very well. I spent some time in Saidpur village near Islamabad because I had a couple of days while I was doing research and I decided to check it out. There's a lot of Sikh and Hindu history here, and the Ashoka of the Maurya Empire and the Mughal Empire once inhabited this city. There's a lot of temples and a lot of rich history here. Okay, this next place was personally one of my favorites because I'm a big fan of museums and art curation, and it was the PNCA, the Pakistan National Council of Arts, and this personally just made me so happy because it's amazing to see our people invest in art and in the future of artists and creatives in Pakistan. One of the museum curators was so excited that we came, he gave us a whole tour, so it probably makes them really happy to see more people take interest. He was telling us that these sculptures represent the Awam of Pakistan jo apne huquq ke liye khade nahi ho sakte, which basically means these represent the people of Pakistan who oftentimes can't stand up and ask for their rights or speak out against those in power, and I thought that was really profound. This next place is very eye-opening, and honestly it was one of my favorite places. It's the Gatas Raj temples, and it's one of the oldest Hindu temples in Pakistan. Obviously back before partition, Hindus and Muslims used to practice alongside each other, and you can actually see how old and untouched this is. In fact, around 70 to 80 pilgrims come from India every year to perform rituals at this temple. Obviously, when people come to visit Pakistan, they go and see things like the Badshahi Masjid, which is amazing, but I really recommend going to see gurdwaras and temples as well because it gives you a glimpse into the history of the region and what social harmony there was. It was also kind of sad because some people had graffitied on this temple, and obviously a lot of the local population doesn't respect it, but I'm glad that we got the chance to see it and that they have a guided tour for visitors. This one is kind of in Punjab on the way to Lahore, so if you're here, also check out Gaira Salt Mine. I have a video on this place as well. Okay, this next one is in Lahore and it's more well known. It's called Barut Khana Haveli. I think that a lot of people come here to do photo shoots and Instagram pictures, but a lot of the population doesn't realize just how much history there is. This used to be a meeting place for the All India Muslim League, and now Allama Iqbal's grandson actually owns it. Okay, and lastly, I would definitely recommend Punjab Public Library. I did a lot of my research here for my thesis. The architecture in here is just so beautiful, as well as their collection of books. It's so old. I got to talk to a couple of students as well, which was cool. I definitely recommend going to Baghi Jinnah Library. This is also in Lahore, but there's a beautiful park around it. The library was definitely built during colonial times, I could tell by the architecture, but the park and area around it is really beautiful, and I saw people riding bikes and just like having fun. I really hope that when people visit Pakistan, they can also learn more about the history and the local population and what they're struggling with, because the point isn't just to go and visit the pretty places and leave, it's to just learn more about the country.